Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of the English Leap podcast, your go-to English podcast for learning English and leveling up in life. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan. We're super excited to hang out with you today, and trust us, it's going to be both fun and relatable. As always, we're here not just to help you learn English, but also to share some real-life stuff we've picked up along the way.
So, Evan, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a moment where life just taught you a lesson right on the spot?
Oh yeah, more than once. I remember thinking I could fix my sink at home by watching a 5-minute video online. Big mistake. Water everywhere. I ended up calling a plumber and apologizing to my floor.
Haha, that's such a classic. I once stayed up all night before an exam, thinking I'd study everything last minute. Guess what? I was so tired, I could barely remember my name, let alone the answers. Lesson learned. Sleep is not optional.
Right? Sometimes we think we're being smart, and life's like, nice try. That's the thing. We're all learning lessons all the time, even in the small stuff.
That's so true. Some lessons are funny, some are a little painful, but they all teach us something important. And that's what we're talking about today. Life lessons we've learned, the easy way, the hard way, and everything in between.
And don't forget, we've created a free PDF guide for today's episode packed with key takeaways, comprehension questions, and grammar practice to help you apply everything we're sharing today.
You'll find the link in the description. Grab it and make the most of this episode. It's a great way to review and practice at your own pace.
And don't forget to stick around till the end for Charlotte's vocabulary section. She's breaking down some intermediate English words and phrases from today's chat, so you can sound smooth and confident in your English conversations.
All right, let's dive in. Get ready for some real talk, a few light bulb moments, and hey, maybe even a story or two we've never admitted out loud before.
You know I'm all in. Let's start with one that hits home for many of us. Failure isn't the end. It's just a detour. It's so easy to feel defeated when things don't work out the way we planned.
Yeah, and I've learned that failure often teaches us more than success. When I didn't get that job I really wanted, I felt like I wasn't good enough. But that experience forced me to improve my skills, rethink my approach, and when I eventually did get hired elsewhere, I was better prepared.
Right. And here's the thing. Failure helps us identify our gaps and build resilience. It shifts our mindset from, why me, to, what can I learn from this? Sometimes, it even opens doors we never considered.
It's about perspective. Instead of labeling something as a failure, we can see it as part of the journey, a step, not a stop.
I couldn't agree more. What feels like an end in the moment is often just a lesson in disguise. It's life's way of saying, wrong turn, but here's a better route. When we shift how we see failure, it stops holding us back and starts moving us forward.
Totally. And speaking of things that hold us back, let's talk about comparison. It's one of those quiet traps we all fall into, especially when we start measuring our lives against everyone else's highlight reel.
Yeah, comparison doesn't just slow you down, it steals your peace. I've definitely had moments where I felt stuck, not because I wasn't doing enough, but because I was too busy looking at what everyone else was doing.
I hear you. There was a time when I'd scroll through social media and see people landing dream jobs, traveling the world, or achieving huge milestones. And I'd sit there thinking, am I doing enough? Am I falling behind?
Exactly. And the truth is, we don't see the whole story. People share their best moments, not their struggles or bad days. But when we compare, we forget that, and it affects how we see our own progress.
What really helped me was shifting focus from, what are they doing, to what am I doing that matters to me? Once I started appreciating my own journey, the pressure to measure up started to fade.
And it's important to remember that everyone's timeline is different. Just because someone achieves something before you doesn't mean you're behind. It just means your path is yours. And that's okay.
So if you're listening and feeling like you're not where you should be, take a breath. You're not in a race. You're in your own lane, and that's exactly where you need to be.
That actually ties into our next point, because sometimes the thing we need most is to step out of that lane, especially when it feels too comfortable.
Yes, growth begins where comfort ends. I think we all like feeling safe, knowing what to expect, sticking to routines. But nothing really changes when we stay in that space too long.
Absolutely. I remember when I was offered a chance to lead a team project. My first reaction? Nope, that's not me. I was afraid I'd mess up. But I decided to push myself and say yes. It was challenging for sure, but it helped me grow in ways I didn't expect.
That's real growth. It's rarely comfortable at first. I had a similar moment when I moved to a new city for work. I didn't know anyone, everything felt unfamiliar, and I questioned my decision a lot. But over time, I built confidence, met amazing people, and realized how much I was capable of.
The thing is, stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't have to be huge. It can be small steps. Trying something new, speaking up in a meeting, setting a goal that feels slightly out of reach.
Right. And the more you do it, the more your comfort zone expands. That's the power of growth. You start seeing possibilities you couldn't see before.
So here's something to think about. When was the last time you did something uncomfortable? Something that challenged you but helped you grow? That's where the magic happens.
And as we grow and try new things, we realize something else. We won't always get applause for it. Not everyone's going to cheer us on, and that's okay.
This one took me a while to accept. Not everyone will like you, and honestly, that's a good thing. For a long time, I tried to be agreeable, to make sure everyone was happy with me.
Same here. I used to say yes to everything, even when I didn't want to, just to avoid disappointing people. But all it did was leave me feeling drained, and I wasn't being true to myself.
Exactly. And here's the thing. When we try to please everyone, we end up losing ourselves in the process. We start making decisions based on what others expect, not what we actually want.
Over time, I learned that it's better to be real and have a few people truly accept you than to be liked by everyone for someone you're not. Being authentic might not please everyone, but it gives you peace.
Letting go of the need for approval is powerful. It allows you to set boundaries, be honest, and focus on what truly matters to you, not just fitting into someone else's expectations.
If you've ever felt like you're not enough for someone, just remember, you are enough as you are. You don't have to twist yourself to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be.
And speaking of taking care of yourself, this next lesson is something we often overlook when life gets busy, but it's crucial.
Absolutely. Health is wealth. We hear it often, but many of us only really understand it when we've pushed ourselves too far and start feeling the impact.
I've had times when I was working long hours, barely sleeping, skipping meals, all in the name of productivity. I thought I was being efficient, but in reality, I was running on empty.
Same. I used to think rest was something I could earn after finishing everything. But there's always more to do, and that mindset just led to burnout. I wasn't able to give my best to anything because I was constantly exhausted.
We sometimes think hustle equals success. But if your body and mind are worn out, success won't feel fulfilling. Taking care of your health isn't selfish, it's essential.
Now I make time for rest, movement, and healthy habits, even when life is busy. And you know what? I actually get more done because I feel better and think more clearly.
It's about balance. We can still chase goals, but we have to take care of ourselves along the way. Your health is the foundation for everything else.
Uh-oh, Evan. Have you noticed something?
What's that?
We've been so absorbed in today's topic, sharing all these life lessons, we didn't even realize how long this episode is getting.
Wow. Time really does fly when the conversation's this good.
Right? Okay, folks. We've still got some amazing points left to share, but we're going to save those for our next episode so we don't overwhelm you all in one go.
Yeah, we want you to have time to really think about these lessons, and maybe even reflect on your own. So don't worry, we'll be back soon with part 2 of this conversation.
But before we wrap up, it's time for one of your favorite parts. Let's hand it over to Charlotte for today's vocabulary section.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte, and here are some intermediate level English words and phrases from today's episode to help boost your vocabulary and understanding. Perspective, meaning the way you see or think about something. Example, changing your perspective can help you see failure differently. Resilience, meaning the ability to recover quickly from difficulties or challenges. Example, after losing the game, the team showed resilience by training harder and winning the next match. Detour, meaning a different or longer way to get to a place, often due to a blocked path. Example, we took a detour through the countryside because the main road was closed. Disguise, meaning something that hides the true appearance or nature of something. Example, he wore a hat and sunglasses as a disguise so no one would recognize him. Milestone, meaning an important achievement or point in progress. Example, graduating from university was a major milestone in her life. Falling behind, meaning not keeping up with others in progress or work. Example, I missed a week of classes and now I'm falling behind in my studies. Holding back, meaning to stop yourself from doing something or expressing something. Example, she was holding back her opinions during the meeting because she felt nervous. Crucial, meaning extremely important or necessary. Example, it's crucial to drink enough water when you're exercising. Impact, meaning a strong effect or influence on something. Example, her speech had a powerful impact on the audience. Productivity, meaning the amount of work done in a certain period of time. Example, taking short breaks during the day can actually improve your productivity. Authentic, meaning real, true, and not fake. Example, people appreciate authentic leaders who are honest and genuine. Disappoint, meaning to make someone feel sad because you didn't meet their expectations. Example, he didn't want to disappoint his parents, so he studied hard for the exam. Foundation, meaning the base or beginning of something strong or important. Example, trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Run on empty, meaning to continue working or functioning with no energy left. Example, I've been so busy this week, I'm running on empty and need a break. Exhausted, meaning very, very tired. Example, after the long hike, we were completely exhausted and just wanted to rest. Hustle, meaning to work hard, often quickly and energetically. Example, she had to hustle to finish the project before the deadline. Chase, meaning to run after something or try hard to achieve something. Example, he's chasing his dream of becoming a professional musician. Drained, meaning feeling very tired or without energy. Example, after working all weekend, I felt completely drained on Monday. Burnout, meaning a state of extreme physical or mental tiredness caused by overwork. Example, too much stress and no rest can lead to burnout, so it's important to take care of yourself. That's it for today. Try using these words in your own conversations, and remember, you can review them in the PDF guide linked in the description. See you next time.
Thanks, Charlotte. Those words are super helpful. And remember, folks, practice makes progress.
And don't forget to grab your free PDF guide if you haven't yet. It's got today's key takeaways, grammar practice, and vocabulary exercises to help you grow even more.
All right. We'll see you in the next episode with more life lessons, more insights, and of course, more ways to boost your English.
Take care stay curious, and keep learning. Catch you next time on the English Leap podcast.
Bye for now.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.